What's good, everyone? Infamous Legacy here with another Marvel's Avengers gear guide video. In this gear guide video, I'll be taking a look at Winter Soldier and his exotic gear set, which is the Apex Power gear set. That's another one of his exotic gear sets that you can obtain in the game. The gear set is also known as a Special Ops gear set. So before I get into breaking down what gear pieces are in this gear set, let me first show you guys where to farm them and which event also gives them to you. So with the gear pieces from the Apex Power gear set for any hero, you guys can run a mission called the Priority Threat Sector mission. And here's an example of that. However, with the Priority Threat Sector mission, keep this in mind. You guys need to check every day after daily reset because the mission does change. So today I've already completed this and I was already awarded an exotic gear piece from the Priority Threat Sector mission. But tomorrow the mission might change and it might be this one right over here. Or if we go back to the Eastern Seaboard, there is another mission which is Enter the Avengers. So it can always change after daily reset. But just make sure if you are planning to complete the Apex Power gear set for any of your heroes, or if you want to just farm for a particular gear piece, run the Priority Threat Sector daily mission after daily reset. So that is one way to obtain the Apex Power gear set gear pieces for any hero and Winter Soldier. Another way to do it is if we go into our objectives. I don't have the event going on right now. However, there is an event called Ruskaya Protocol. The Ruskaya Protocol event will have event objectives that you guys can complete that will award you an exotic gear piece from the Apex Power gear set. So if you are planning to farm for a particular piece as well, where you want to make sure the stats are really good and you have more opportunities on farming for a particular gear piece, the event mission from the Ruskaya Protocol event will help you try and farm that particular gear piece with the best stats as you can get. So priority mission, daily priority mission, every day check after daily reset. That's one way to obtain gear pieces from the Apex Power gear set. Or the Ruskaya Protocol event is another way to obtain gear pieces from the Apex Power gear set. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break down to you guys which gear pieces are in this particular gear set and tell you guys what is the best one to farm for. Moving on to the gear right now, so let's go ahead and break down the heroic piece first because the heroic piece is the best gear piece you can obtain from the Apex Power gear set for Winter Soldier. With this particular gear piece, I do recommend go for Valor, Might, and Precision. Reason being is it is really good for a hybrid build. If you do want to aim for a range build, you guys can go with Valor and Precision. However, with the perks that are on this gear piece, it really benefits the hybrid build, and I'll show you guys why. So you guys can see something called Protocol Override on the first two perks, and that relates to your ultimate heroic ability. With your ultimate heroic ability, when your enemies are hit and temporarily marked for assassination, so when you use this, you'll mark your enemies. You can basically just do takedowns without stunning them, and also you'll be able to do melee damage increased by 20%, and you receive a new knife-like attack combo finisher. So again, really good for a melee hybrid build. So I definitely recommend, try to aim for Valor, Might, and Precision when you're trying to get this piece. For a range particular build, it really won't work out because you won't get that increased damage with your range attacks. It's just your melee attacks. So make sure it's Valor, Might, and Precision. Now going into the perks, when your ultimate heroic ability is active, it generates intrinsic energy. And then the second perk, I'm also going to show you guys a clip of this, Lethal Protocol Override Extension. When you're defeating enemies, your Protocol Override is active, will extend the duration of the ability by 2.5 seconds. So in this clip I'm about to show you, this clip consists of that full auto cheese that is eventually going to get patched. So while I was recording this video, there was something called the full auto cheese, which you basically spam your full auto and you have infinite ammo. This piece right here benefits a lot to that. Reason being is when you're defeating enemies, you have the ability of extending your protocol override by 2.5 seconds. And when you are spec'd into your ultimate heroic ability like this, so you've spec'd into this one right here, all range attacks consume no ammo when fired. That only happens when your ultimate heroic ability is active. So if you spec'd into this, and then you combine this with this, trust me, you're not going to run out of any ammo. And obviously with the full auto cheese, it is definitely, you know, broken. So you're about to see the clip right now of looking at, you know, the protocol override reach like 1 minute and 25 seconds. And again, this is going to get patched. So this is just a demonstration of myself extending the protocol override skill. Alright, so you guys saw those clips right there, or saw that clip of myself extending the protocol override by defeating numerous enemies. You saw it got about to like 1 minute and 20 plus seconds. It's pretty crazy, especially with that full auto cheese. But with that full auto cheese being patched, you guys can still use this for your hybrid build, because when you use an assault heroic ability, your airstrike, especially on multiple enemies, and you defeat them, it will extend the duration as well by 2.5 seconds of every time you defeat an enemy. So it is still pretty good for a hybrid build without that full auto cheese. And now going into the last perk, we have Knife Rush. Knife attacks slowly regenerate health. So that's a perk right there. That's also pretty nice. But obviously the best perk is the middle perk. Moving on to the defensive slot right now. So Special Ops Guardian. This comes with Intensity, Resolve, and Resilience. Sometimes 2 out of the 3 stats. So with this one, it has Protocol Override Safeguard. Reduce the reaction of enemy attacks, and it grants 30% damage reduction while Protocol Override is active. So something else related to your ultimate heroic ability. Then the second perk, we have Soldier Tech for a brief duration after defeating enemies with intrinsic attacks or perfectly evading an incoming attack. You will be able to gain that Soldier Tech ability. So the Soldier Tech ability is this ability right here. And by doing this, you are, you know, going invisible, and it also applies shock. So this relates to your ultimate heroic ability and your support heroic ability. And then another perk, it increases the duration of override, protocol override by 9.5 seconds. So a lot of these gear perks between the heroic piece and the defensive piece relates to your protocol override, which is again your ultimate heroic ability. But definitely recommend the heroic piece to farm for first, and then go for the defensive slot. Now with the range and melee, this is something that's not really that crazy, but if you're just trying to complete your Apex Power gear set for Winter Soldier, this is how the gear pieces look like. So with the melee and range, they can roll with different status effects and different combo finishers. We'll start off with the range. Special Ops Assassin, I got this with precision and proficiency. It can also come with intensity. However, precision and proficiency is pretty good. With the range piece, you will always get a different type of status effect, but the range attacks will always be bullets and grenades. And then it comes with a third perk for your knife, light attack, which is Knife Destruction. 25% increase in stun, critical chance, and all normal damage of knife attacks. If this gear piece came with like might and proficiency, definitely would have been a great piece. However, it only came with precision and proficiency, so it's more related to a range type build. But you guys will find something better than this with other types of gear. And then we got the last piece, which is the melee piece. Proficiency, might, resilience are the 3 stats that you can get on this, or 2 out of the 3. So this can come with different types of status effects, and it can also come with either knife attacks, shotgun attacks, or signature attacks. And it comes with grenade destruction, 25% increase in stun, critical chance, and all normal damage of grenade attacks. So I basically wish that we were able to switch the third perk between the range and the melee, because the grenade will work on Special Ops Assassin, and then the knife attack destruction will work on the Special Ops Killer, gear piece. So those are all the gear pieces from the Apex Power gear set for Winter Soldier, and also known as a Special Ops gear set. So again, the heroic piece is the best gear piece to aim for from this particular gear set, then the defensive piece, and then I'll probably say the melee, and then the range. Alright, so that is the end of that. Another Gear Guide video for Winter Soldier. If you guys want to see more Gear Guide videos, make sure you look at the link in the description. And for more Winter Soldier videos, I've also put another link in the description to check out. Until next time, I'm out. You guys take care. Peace.